There's a fish just right in front of me here. I almost bloody stepped on it. It's only like 10 feet in front of me. I'm going to have to create a delicate presentation here because the water's really shallow and I'm surrounded in bloody overhanging branches, so it's going to be difficult to get a cast to it, but I'll give it a go. I think I'm behind it there. I'm going to have to get down, I think. I think that's probably not quite real down because I think I've got a leak in the crotch of my waders. And there it is. It isn't very pleasant, as you can imagine. So as long as I stay, you know, no further than my mid-thighs, I'm okay. But that's not always practical. So I'm going to try and get across the side over here, so I might have a better cast coming from this angle. Right on top of it with this cast, so it's just there, so it's going to have to be a wee delicate roll slightly upstream of it. Oh, missed it. I felt the weight of that on the end of my line there. I think maybe there's two fish in that little seam, because that's not where I thought it was. Got it. No. Oh, powerful wee fish. It's putting up a fair fight. I can see it under the water there. It's only maybe 8 inches long. Sort of little quarter pounder, but it's giving a good account of itself. Or maybe a little bigger than I thought. Maybe. There we go. Got you. And I'm caught in a tree again. Right, I'll deal with that. And I better get the fish on the hook first. The rod can wait. Yeah. Let me see. That's a good sized fish for this part of the river. Oh, wet hand, almost forgot there. Oh, it's come up and swiped at the fly to try and drown it first, so it's caught just behind its gill plate, but it still counts. It's not a foul hook because it was a... There we go. Fantastic. Well, that's the blank bait for today, so I'm going to de-tree my rod and then we'll move a wee bit further up or see if that other fish is still in the sea and see if it's worth targeting. If it was another fish at all, and it's just maybe not that fish cruising around from side to side. Right, so I've been watching this pool now for a couple of minutes, particularly that seam there. It comes round in a bend and then straightens up and it gets closer to me, but I haven't saw anything rising. So I don't know if I'm going to spend any more time here or I'm just going to move downstream before the weather breaks and it starts pouring with rain again. You wouldn't believe that you're less than a mile away from the city centre here, would you? Other than the hum of traffic in the background and the sounds of industry, I can hear like some power tools or something. It's a little oasis. There's a lot of birds around and making their nests in the wall to my left here, and they're not happy with me intruding. And this is a place that nature keeps, I think, for its own. So a little surprised not to see anything at all rising in this pool here, because it just looks fishy, doesn't it? There's obviously insects because the birds are here, so you'd expect the fish to be active, but nothing so far. And I said I don't have a lot of time today to sort of sit around for. Usually I'd spend like 15-20 minutes sitting watching a pool if I wasn't sure if I was going to fish it or not, but today I don't have that luxury because at some point the heavens are going to open and unload on me. But I've got one fish out of this stretch already, a nice wee kind of half pounder, so I'll take that and let's go to the park. And I don't know if I'd want to come in if the water was any higher or faster than it is now. Right, so yeah, that fish isn't interested, so I'll go down and see if the fish further down are more interested. Somebody waving to me from the bridge. A couple of people today walking along the riverbank on my way down, they've all asked me the same question. Like, oh, is there fish in there and what kind of fish are in there? And you discover they've lived in the area for, you know, decades sometimes. And they've got no idea that there's fish in the river. It's never occurred to them to, you know, pick up a rod, which is fair enough, you know. Not everybody enjoys fishing. But I just find it odd that people live next to a river their whole life and they're never curious about it. And they just like being next to the river. And it brings them peace or whatever, you know, the sounds of the river and the bird song and all that. But they've no idea what's under the surface. I just find that really strange. Oh dear. There's a diversion on the path there where I got out of the river, which I was unaware of, which has forced me to come back into the business and residential area, and I must cut quite a figure with my waders and my fishing rod. And I'm only a couple hundred yards away from the water, but I don't think that people are looking at me or even aware there's a river close by, and they're like, what the fuck's that man doing walking around Edinburgh Town Centre dressed up like that? Oh well, I've never bothered with people thought of me in the past, and I'm not about to start now, but I'm getting some very, very strange looks. Oh well, I'm not too far away from the river now, so I can get back down to where I at least look like I'm in the right place. Well, none of the fish in that pool seemed... What on earth is that? So I just have going to chat to you about none of the fish I was targeting there were inclined to take, and something bloody huge has just started rolling around there. I don't know if you can see that. That looks bloody huge. And I don't think I've got any way of getting down to it from here. I wonder if it's worthwhile doing a bit of a salt coursing that I said I didn't want to do, to get down to see if I can at least see what it is. It looks like a good sized fish, but it might not be a fish, that's the thing. It might be an otter or something else. It just looks like a fish rolling, and I drag my arse all the way down, and it's definitely a fish. Right, I can climb over this fence here. I think I'm going to go down and see what that is, because it's the only fish I've saw moving along that whole quarter mile that I just walked down there. Yeah, that's definitely a fish, and it looks like it's a decent fish too. So, right, if I don't fall and break my neck, I'll go and have a go at that. missed it that time. Got it. It's not as big as I thought it was from back there. Maybe it's not the same fish, but I've caught it, which means like climbing that fence and looking like a bit of a melt. You know, wasn't a waste of time. So I'll do it. There's still another fish there in front of me, so I'll let this plug up. And then we'll have a cast at that one too. Where are we? Let's see that, just again, kind of little half pounder. Lovely wee things. Right, let me get that one hit. It's not too deeply hooked, but I'm fishing barbless, so no trouble getting it out. Off you go. Right. Good. I'll just leave the net there, not in the nettles. I think I might need it again quite soon. Although I'll probably just jinxed myself by saying that, haven't I? There's a fish just a few feet to my right, almost where my rod tip is just now, but I think it can see me. And it's not too fussed about coming up this close to me, because there's no way it's going to take my fly, so I'm not even going to cast to it. I think there's a bigger fish in here, because the one I could see from the bridge was creating quite a big disturbance on the water. That one was far too small to have been doing that, but that's okay. I don't calculate how good my day's fishing was by the size or the number of fish I've caught. If you do that, you're never going to be satisfied. You're never really going to have a good day. No, I got lucky last time out, and I caught 3 absolute beauties, but I'm not going to be disappointed if I go out again and don't catch like that, because that's not why I go out. If I'm going to go, well, today I only caught 2 little half pounders, so it's not as good a day as before. Well, yeah, it is, because I got out fishing, and that's what's important, you know. So there was another fish that came up just at that little kind of sticky out branch. Oh, there it is. It's moving around in the seam to where the food is. So I'll try and get a cast over it. But the wind is dragging me across to the left, which is a problem, because now I have to cast towards the snag there, and I almost guaranteed that as soon as I cast towards the snag, hoping that the wind's going to bring my fly over, the wind will die and I'll end up in a tree. That's about as good as it's going to get, I think so. Just going to fish around that little seam of bubbles there. Just keep casting into it. See if the fish will come up. Oh, sorry, that was probably really loud. Got a message from somebody. Probably, like Mick Jagger once said, some useless information that's supposed to fire my imagination. But I know my council tax is overdue, and I know my phone bill's due, and I know my internet bill's due, so you know, please stop texting me and reminding me. It doesn't help. And I've just noticed that my camera's been on photo, so I don't know how much footage that I've missed there. Nothing's happened. I've just changed my fly after getting caught in a tree. There's a fish just over there. There's quite a few fish in this little run here. A tiny little one just grabbed my fly there and let go. It's probably too small to get hooked, even though it felt like a little thing like that size. But there's one there I'll try and get on top of. And I know there's a bigger one up there. So I'll have a go at both of them. Yep, got it. Oh, missed. Well, I'm definitely interested. I put on a daddy long legs pattern to try and tempt the bigger fish up, but I got it caught in a tree. So I've put another daddy long legs pattern on without the big foam body, and it's caught me a fish second cast, so that works. Oh, it's not happy. It's not happy at all. Just going to get my net. I forgot to bring it. It's only a few steps down. That's okay. There we go. That's another gorgeous little half pounder. Fantastic. I know a few people have questioned my decision to use a daddy long legs at this time of year, but it clearly works, so I'm not going to apologise. We'll get this unhooked and then we'll probably call it for this pool when we move down. Right, we're under the bridge. It's very echoey. I don't know if the camera's picking that up, but it's like, you know what, is it Black Sabbath Volume 4? It has the track effects on it, and it's just a bunch of stupid noises with loads of reverb. Kind of what it sounds like in here. So I haven't seen anything moving yet, but what I'm going to do is just cast over and let my fly drift down and see if there's anything lurking in there. It actually reminds me of a place I used to fish when I was a kid. It's gone now. There was an old farm building along the side, and there's a big deep weir, quite a big fall, a big drop, and there was a big slow pool like this, and it was really hard to get to, and there was some good sized fish in it, but once people found out the fish were there, they went down, and that was the end of it. But because it was so hard to get to, I probably hadn't been fished for years and years. It feels just like this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cast out up to just about 10 feet up from that wall, or on the wall, and let it drift right down. So, excuse me. And then I'm going to work my way down back to where I came. I haven't seen anything rising yet, but that, doesn't tell me anything, does it? I don't know if the fish in here are used to eating fish off the surface, or if it's nymphs they take, or even smaller fish, I don't know. I'm assuming there's fish in here. I feel like there should be. And again, I'm in Leith. There's much chance I find a dead body as a bloody fish. Apologies to anybody who's from Leith, but you know exactly what I mean. I wonder if it's... Nah. I'm going to say I might try and work my way up a wee bit, just at that round the bend there. But I've not seen anything rising. I'm not going to risk it up and, you know, turning my ankle or falling in a big deep dark hole unless I see something I can cast to. And even then I'm not sure if I would. I didn't bring my wading stick with me today, so I've got no idea if it's even safe. So I'm going to spend maybe half an hour just fishing up and down this pool, and nice though it would be to end the day on another catch. You know, that's just the name of the game. Some days I might not even see another fish, let alone catch one. So if this is the end of the video, then thanks for watching. It's been a good day, you know, I've caught 3 decent fish. I'm very happy with that. I've had a good day out. It hasn't rained on me yet, and even if it does start raining now, the day's coming to a close anyway. It's getting close enough to tea time that I'll be thinking about heading home because I've already missed lunch. So as always, thanks for watching, and cheerio and rasta.